Oh, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm Mark Sugiyama from Eclectic Arts based here in Seattle, Washington. Thank you so much for joining me on this 10th of September, 2021 here in Seattle. It's already Saturday, the 11th over in Siberia. And a few housekeeping things before we get to tonight's interview. Coming up on Monday, the 13th, this coming Monday at 6 p.m., we have Danny the Count Coker returning from Counting Cars, Counts Customs, Count 77, Counts Vamped. Everything he has counts down in Las Vegas. And that's going to be one of the interviews that I do as a follow-up from the first leg of the Alice virtual tour from 2020. So Danny was kind enough to come on. I want to say that was June of 2020. And now he's going to be coming back to update us about the new season of Counting Cars, which starts on the 15th of September, so on Wednesday. And so again, if you want to join the chat, you can come to the YouTube channel or to Twitch. And then also next Friday, a week from today at 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I have a special guest coming. This will be a new genre for me. I have talked to people in film, obviously bands, TV, opera, ballet, all kinds of different areas, but this will be the first genre that I have not interviewed anyone from on a live stream. So if you want to know more details about who that is, I'm going to be revealing that on Monday. And you can follow me as Eclectic Arts Media, one word, on Instagram. That's where I post everything first. And then some of that information migrates over to other social media platforms. If you're new to my YouTube channel, if you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. And if you're over on the Twitch side of things, if you could follow me over there, I greatly appreciate that as well. And just kind of a little quick update that if you haven't been following me on social media, that's my schedule has changed drastically starting this week. So I'm back to working a 8 to 5 muggle job, and I was working a part-time night job. And this week I was actually working both of them. So I was doing the day job and the night job. So my live streams will be still going. I just won't be able to do as many as I had been doing for the last year or so. I was averaging about 20 a month. But already, as you just heard, I've got one on Monday and I've got one on Friday, and I believe I have one next Sunday as well. So they'll still be there when I can do it, but it's basically going to be evenings on weekdays and then weekends when I can get things together. I will still be covering films and everything else that I possibly do. And then, depending on what happens out there, I have some invites to cover live events again. So photography, I might be in a photo pit. I might be at a theater covering a show, a play, something of that nature. So things are kind of shifting and morphing. And I'm actually looking forward to possibly doing a live stream from an actual venue, from a theater, something like that. I've already reached out to a couple of people that are coming to town to see if we can kind of make this work. So this is also some new equipment that I'm testing out for the very first time tonight. So if things are a little bit different, hopefully it sounds a little bit better from my end. It may not look better because I'm using this device that isn't necessarily the best thing, but anyhow, I'm really glad that people are here, and I really appreciate the support over the last 10 years, and then from the live streams over the last year and a half or so. But I'm really excited about tonight because we have two really extremely talented guests. So let's get to things. My guests today are a unique band from Siberia. Our first interview was back before the release of their new album. Then Ritual came out on August 6th, and we have both members here to talk about it. Please welcome back to the Eclectic Arts virtual studio, Anatoly, and this time, Natasha from NYTT LAND. Did I do that wrong? There we go. Hello. Oh, I think I just muted you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
How are both of you?
It's good. It's autumn finally come here, and it's good weather outdoor. And we are good. It's Saturday. It's already Saturday here in Siberia. Saturday morning. We had good rest. Right now, we're here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come back and talk about NYTT LAND and Ritual and everything else. And also, Natasha, nice to meet you and have you here with us as well. I know a lot of fans are really excited that you're here to take part in this interview. Show this for everybody real quick. So for those that don't have Ritual, this is what the CD cover looks like. And I'm not sure if they still have any available, but through um, Newberry Comics, you can get the autographs
Yeah.
version of it. And I'm just kind of curious, how many of these did you guys sign?
It's the booklets arrived to us in the July, and yes, it was a lot of booklets, and we have 2 days spent to sign an old booklet, and it was some problems with the Russian custom to send it, and this is what it was a little delay to arriving to United States, because it was right now it's pandemic situation. It's still working here in the customs services, international customer services. So it was some maybe 1 or 2 weeks delays, but we are really glad to these CDs finally arrived to US.
Yeah, no, and that makes sense that there's been issues with customs, as there has been for the last 19 months because of the pandemic. So, but yeah, they obviously made it to Seattle, so here they are. And speaking of that, so with Ritual having been out roughly just a little bit over a month now, how's the reception been to the new album?
So well, the feedbacks coming in out through, I honestly read only 4 or maybe 5 reviews to Ritual. It's more interested in the objective view when the work is analyzed and decomposed into parts. And I have met 3 such reviews, and I really like them for their serious approach. And this actually allows us to draw some specific conclusions, since we ourselves, as the creators of this band and music, perceive it precisely as creators, and this is quite subjective. Through, on the other hand, there is nothing more objective than what we ourselves put into our songs with creating them. So, and I really liked the one review at the end of which the pros and cons of the release were noted. So there was only one single minus, and we got it for too high quality sound. It's a minus. It was very funny to find a minus for too quality sound. Uh, and unacceptably, but also really pleasant, since we make all the sounds ourselves. It's Natasha recording all, and I'm working like the sound engineer. It was very, very cool and very funny.
Yeah, it's got to be interesting when you hear other people's takes on your art, and when they critique it. And sometimes you can see something that's, like you said, very serious, very objective. Sometimes you
Yes,
can
yes, it's
take it
very
to another.
important, because we can it's from the side. It's good to get the feedbacks from the side, from the people around, because not only our own view our work, but from the side it's more objective, and in any case it's very interesting.
Have there been any reviews that you've seen that you're like, they're way off base, like they don't, they're not really connecting with your music?
So can you repeat, please? Because my English early morning it's not good.
Yeah, let's. Have you seen or read a review where it seemed like the reviewer didn't understand your music?
Yes, of course. It's because if in the past we released our music on the small labels, on the underground labels, it was not so many reviews, not so many feedbacks. But right now, when our music releasing on the Napalm Records, we starting to get more feedbacks and more different reviews, and not only objective and with good analyzing, but it's a very lot of different from the people. I don't know, but it's different feedbacks from the. It's not so many, but it's I don't understand and why the people hear them music. They not interesting for them. Maybe it's just for. I don't know how it's working, because usually if I don't interested to hear some music, I just don't hear it. It's okay. But yes, we meet some reviews with not the from the people who don't understand what they do, and the reason for these reviews.
Okay, yeah, and that makes sense. Obviously, for me, also being a reviewer, sometimes I have had artists ask me about what I meant by this sentence or this paragraph that I wrote about something, particularly with film. Sometimes the director will actually get back to me and say, "What did you mean by this?"
Mhm. Yes, yes.
And that's fine, because I have no problem standing by what I said and also trying to explain, further what I meant by what I put in my particular review. So it's, yeah, you're gonna get some that are like that, and some that are, things that like, oh yeah, this person really took time to understand what we're trying to do.
It's a music. You don't need to try and to. Of course, it's very cool to read the analyzing of the different people who trying to dig deeper. But in the first, it's just a music, it's emotions, and it's our own experience. It's Natasha's and mine's experience of our worldview. And sometimes you don't need to dig deeper. Sometimes you just need to start from the hearing music, not dig deeper in the first, but in the first you need to hear the music. You don't need to try to find something, some connections with the. You just need to hear the music, and in the first you just do you like it or you don't like it, and it's all. And after this,
Yeah, I agree. Like I mentioned to you pre-show, I was listening to the album again before we went live, and it's something where I can just basically turn off my lights and let it play, and it just kind of takes me away to a different headspace when I listen to your music. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful, powerful thing. There's all
thank
kinds
you.
of emotions that get brought up when I listen to your music. And speaking of which, so Natasha, I wanted to ask you something, because I know a lot of fans have been curious about your background in throat singing. So what can you tell us about when you started and the technique that you use for the throat singing that you do with NYTT LAND?
I started to practice throat singing not so long time ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Of course, when I just started to practice it, it was very difficult for me, because this this technique is not typical for women. But as in any deal, if you just wanted this and you practice more and often, it becomes more easier. And now I started to develop my throat singing range, because first time I
can
могла.
first time
I could. No?
I could.
First time I could singing just one note, and now maybe my range is small, maybe 3 or 4 tones, but it is развитие. Sorry, it is developed. Yes,
it's growing. It's growing.
Yes,
range is growing. Yes.
now. Throat singing is actually not a very difficult technique. I think everyone can learn this and can practice this technique. Yeah.
That's interesting. I think a lot of fans, when they hear throat singing, they think it's something that, well, one, is very difficult, and then two, it would take like years and years and years to be able to do. So it's interesting to hear that you've only done it for 4 years, and you think it's something that anyone can learn to do if they take the time.
Yes, it just need everyday practice, and
Yeah.
it's all. Because yes, without practice, it's if you lose the 1 or 2 weeks without practice throat singing, and you
Yeah.
it's too hard to start in singing again. It's something small pain here, in so just need everyday practice, and all will be good. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like basically if you keep certain parts of your throat or your vocal cords in shape, basically you can keep doing it. But if you stop for a while, then it might be kind of hard to get it back to where it needs to be. Okay, and speaking of all of that, a week after, again, Ritual came out on on August 6th, the very, week from that, on the 13th of October, you had a live stream that you did, which we played a small clip of before we came on and talked right now. What can you tell me about that live stream and that performance? Where did you do it, and when did you record all of that?
Yeah, this concert, it's live streamed, was recorded, and 1 week before the premiere, because I think you understand it's not really live, because it's too hard to make the really live stream from the from here. Yes, from the Siberian town. We don't have the yeah, we don't have the good internet for this. Yes, so it was recorded a week before the premiere in the film studio in Omsk. It's a big city. It's a capital of our region, and everything was recorded non-stop, like the it's yes, it was the real our real we played our real show, but not full, because usually our live show it's more songs from the previous albums, but we had 1 hour for making, and we just decided to working with the new songs to present, because in the first it was the presentation of the new album. So everything was recorded non-stop in one take. Otherwise, it would not be possible to convey the real atmosphere of this concert, of this ritual. It was impossible to take breaks or shoot several takes, since the inner mood is created during the first song, and then we cannot stop until the very final point, until the final beat of drum. So this is the mood and atmosphere. They cannot be disturbed or broken. And there were just a lot of cameras and a good technical team, and it was very. It was really the similar like we play in live show. We build the stage, we build all banners, we build our usual stage for live shows, for live rituals, and we just go into the stage and play without. It was only one big minus. It was without people. And it is a very big minus. Only cameramans, and it's all, and different people who working on the concert. But yes, but it was our usual concert.
Okay, I love the fact that, and it makes sense what you just said, that you did it all in one take, because that's what a concert would be for you in terms of the ritual. it can't be starting and stopping and trying to fix.
No, we cannot start and stopping because yes, as I said previously, it's a mood. If we just take the mood, we take the atmosphere from the first note, from the first beat of drum, and you deeper, and we don't see anything around us, and we don't see. When I'm on the stage, I don't see Natasha or drummer. I'm just because I know the and everybody in our band, they know what she can do in the. We play these songs very many times. We have the rehearsals, so it's not problem to play. It's yes, it's the same concert. You just go into stage and play concerts, and nothing more. You don't need to make something special because on our concerts we make our best, making our best. So we cannot make it more best on the concert because we feel and we just we open our minds for this and to just playing and sing and so.
I wish more artists did that. That they go by what they, like you said, the first note that sets the tone, and off you go with your ritual.
Yes.
There's too many bands and artists that try to, again, they try to polish things and fix it up, and it's just like that's not what you would do in a concert. If you're playing live, you just got to go and
Yes,
have that emotion come out. So I wish more bands did what you guys are doing, and that kind of also segues over to with Natasha. What's some of the inspiration behind the text that you've chosen for the lyrics and things on the Ritual album?
Usually, we used the poetry of Eldorado and the ritual songs of Siberian tribes. It is our main instrument. It is these texts. But I would not call that this text it's my inspiration, because inspiration for me it's other things. It may be my family, my home, my son, my husband, nature around us. But about texts, ancient texts like Eldorado, like Siberian traditional songs, it is basis and foundation of our creativity. We take these texts, these ancient sources, and we give new life. We give new life these old texts. We are passed that through ourselves, and we put into these words a part of our perception of our emotions and our feelings. I think it is new life for these ancient traditions.
Okay. No, I understand what you said, that you're taking those ancient texts and kind of channeling it through yourselves and kind of putting a new spin or not a new enhancement on those historical texts. So that makes sense. It's kind of like if there's someone was taking something from a long time ago and using that as something to kind of almost like catapult them into something new. If there's a thread there that's the same from the ancient things to what you're doing with it now, and you're enlightening someone like me who knows nothing about this. So it's very good that way. And
yeah,
I want to say hi to Ove, who just joined us from Norway in the chat. So hi Ove, I must be like morning? Gosh, it must be like 6:30 over there, I think, in the morning in Norway. So Ove is saying hello to all of us right now. And I'll save this other question for the end here, but I understand that you guys have some tour dates coming up later in the fall in Russia. So are those going to be your first rituals then back on stage?
So yes, like more musicians, we had a very big break from the live concerts, from the live shows, and it's not good. We cannot imagine this maybe 2 years ago. It's not normal because all of we just waited. Okay, the pandemic. So okay, it may be 3 or 4, maybe 6 months, and it's all. But we're already sitting home 1.5 year. It's crazy. It's not normal. We are very missed for the live shows and online concerts. It's not live shows because we missed for live energy, for touring, for traveling, for new experience, for connecting with the people, not with cameras but with the live people. It's important. It's important, I think, for most of musicians. Of course, online concert it's some help to keep our connection with the fans, but we're very miss for live concert. Uh, and during the pandemic, we played the 3 concerts, 3 live shows, not only online, but we through the pandemic. Yes, we played the 3 live shows here in Russia. It was 1 year ago. We played on the festival in near Saint Petersburg. We played our acoustic show, and 2 of these shows this year we played, and at the end of May of this year in Moscow and Saint Petersburg too. Uh, it was our previous album songs, and of course for us this is not normally practice, and we are really glad to we have there's some concerts already announced, and it's we are really glad to starting to small steps, but we already starting to back to the stage, to back to the playing live concerts, and we are really glad.
Yeah, that makes, I think, everyone's saying the same thing, that at least over here in the US, that bands are touring again and they're playing shows
Yeah.
of all sizes, all clubs to stadiums, and hopefully it continues to stay that way. Um, and hopefully, and we talked about this during the first interview, hopefully at some point you guys will get a chance to actually come to the US maybe next year or something, and perform some rituals here in the US.
Yes, it will be really cool because yes, as I see in US already festivals and touring bands already touring, and bands not only from US, bands from Europe already touring in US and playing on festivals. Yes, and I think we will come maybe next year already because we are looking forward to it because we are never was in US, and it will be our first experience, and it's very interesting to meet the real US, not from the TV, not from the films, but real US.
Just make sure you put Seattle on that tour date, on that tour list. um, and I want to go back to Natasha and ask her um, about your husband there. Is there something that the fans would be surprised to learn about him?
I don't know. One thing I can say, he is very cute.
Ooh.
Okay, he's very cute. All right. And how long have you guys been married?
Uh,
Yeah.
Нет.
Подожди.
One second.
Yes, we need to. Так, подожди.
Юрке 8. Значит, мы 9.
Мы поженились в 12 году. В 12. 10, 9 лет. Yes, можно сказать.
9 years. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a good chunk of time, 9 years. All right. Well, and I realize I didn't ask this question ahead of time, but how did you two meet?
I don't know, just, we live in a small town. It's very small town. It's just maybe just big village, and all people. I don't know. It's just meet somewhere. Just meeting somewhere, maybe in our friend's company. We don't remember. It was not something. It was not something special. Or wow, we meet the first time. No. So we live in a small village, and yes, we know everyone, if not personally, but in the face, the people living here. I think you understand, because I think the same in the small towns in America. I think the same, because yes, because when I speak the man with journalists from America, yes, I know I've started to say him about our life, our small town, and here he is saying yes, it's similar like the small towns in America. It's when the old people, they know everyone. So and I think someday it was we starting to more yes, starting more connection with Natasha, and maybe it was 10 or 11 or 12 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
Starting to play music. Believe me, here in Kalachinsk, in our town, it's not so many musicians. So all musicians know everyone personally.
Okay, that makes sense. So you have a small town, and then you only have a certain amount of musicians in that small town, so they're
Yeah.
going to know each other, and then you kind of spend time around someone and kind of have attraction or what have you, and then it just kind of goes from there. And you're right, in small towns here in America, because I went to a small town for college, everyone kind of knows everyone there, and that's good and bad.
Yeah.
So okay, that's interesting, and this kind of brings me back to the question about with your son. Is he musically involved? Is he going to be doing something? Has he ever been on stage with you or on a recording or anything in the future?
Not yet, and he did not play with us on the stage, and all depends on whatever he wants it. We cannot make some such decisions for him, because it's his life. We cannot take him and you will be musician, you will be playing with us on the stage. No, I think yes. Right now he is interested. He is because every day he see our life, our working with music, our making with music, and he is playing on piano. He is studying in music school, and he's very talented musician. Because I'm very love, and when some evenings together with our family, we are sitting with Natasha near this piano. It's our son piano, and some evenings we sitting here, and he is playing different classical music for us, and it's very cool. So he's very talented, but we don't want to make decisions for him. It's his life. So and right now he's we think he's very still too young for the stage, because in addition to talent, this is a lot of physical work and a lot of stresses, emotional stresses, playing on the stage, touring and playing concerts. It's very hard. It's not so it's not like it's life, it's so funny, you just superstar, you rock star, you playing on stage. No, it's I think it's not like this. I think it's not like in the Hollywood films. It's very hard work. It's very hard physical. It's very big emotional stresses, and everything has its time. We are in no hurry to make an artist from our son. It will be cool if he himself make this or another decision in due time, but of course we will fully and totally support him. And yes, maybe he will be alpinist. He will be as astronaut. It will be great because he is very, very talented boy. He is very cool boy, and I think it's his life. And our mission is just supported him, not trying to make somebody from him, but just supporting him, his ideas, his interests, and so because we are his parents.
Well, I find it so refreshing that you're there to support him in whatever he chooses to do instead of what you're not trying to force. You're not trying to force something on him.
No.
I think that's wonderful because too many parents make that mistake of trying to force their children to do this and do that instead of letting them just be themselves and find their own path.
Yes, of course. It's very important. It's more important than our music. It's our life. Yes. Yes, it's very important. It's our main mission in this life. It's
make him happy.
Yes, make him happy, and it's all. Not something special. Oh, we must make him genius or something. No, just he must be happy, and it will be the main for us. And it's all. It's more important than our music. It's more important than our health. It's make his happy, and it's all.
That's beautiful. Again, I love the sentiment that your goal is to make him happy and do what he needs to do, and you'll do everything you can as parents to support him in that. And to kind of to wrap up the interview here is that, and this is something that I just kind of noticed is that when we were doing things pre-show, Anatoly, you were getting your arm kind of close to the camera and stuff like that, and you have a lot of tattoos. And Natasha, I don't know if you have if you have tattoos as well. Can you explain like some of your favorite tattoos or things that are on your body?
Okay, I will put off my my jeans and I cannot show you my favorite tattoo. So all of these tattoos it's making by Natasha. Because she is not only talented musician, she is very cool artist, and she is perfect cooking. Yes, she is cooking really perfect. Because 2 years ago we was in touring in the United Kingdom, and we live in Scotland 3 days with promoters in their home, and Natasha cooking the borscht. It's first time borscht in Scotland, something special. So yes, my tattoos I don't like. Maybe I think this. Yes, this, but this not finished already. Maybe 1 year because it's too pain and need a lot of time for working it. Yes, and here it's very beautiful, and Natasha make it too. It's It's all my tattoos. It's Natasha's work. It's our own ideas, and it's Natasha's hobby. But she's not making. She's only practice on me and some of our friends, and so. But I like it. Sometimes I like it. Not every day, because it's too pain.
Okay, and Natasha, do you have tattoos then on yourself as well?
Ладно, скажи, мама, это не будет.
Yes, I have, but I can show you. I can't show you it.
Yes, because it's not on hands.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, my last question then for both of you is what's coming up in the future besides the concerts? Are there new songs then and new things that you're getting ready for the next album Beyond Ritual?
Yes, of course. We don't, because pandemic, it's continue. So the life, it's touring life, it's not, it's still not back to normal. And we, of course, yes, we are working with new songs. I think you will see the new videos on the songs to the ritual, from the ritual, because we still have the good weather, and before winter we can film something. Yes, we're working on the filming, we're working on the new songs, we're working on the new ideas, new experiments, and maybe it will be just like singles without albums. Maybe some songs will be on the ritual, on the next album. We don't know it, but yes, we're working. We already have several already finished several songs. But we cannot decide something because it's label have their own strategy, and we just given this to label, and they decide when what dates they release this. So yes, it will be. But we still hope we will back to touring soon.
Okay, so it sounds like you have a lot of things that you're working on, and you have some shows coming up, and you hope that things continue to open up more so that you can have more shows and more tours to promote the band and the releases. And Anatoly and Natasha, thank you so much for taking the time this morning over there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish you guys every success, and perhaps in another couple months or so we can try to reconnect and do round 3 and see what you guys are up to, and like I don't know,
already with our son.
There you go. Yeah, we'll have him come on too. We'll have all 3.
And we have the cat. We can call our cat here. So round 4 will be with our son and cat.
I like it. So we'll have your son for round 3, son and cat for round 4, and we'll figure out round 5. All right, but seriously, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.